Hey guys, so earlier today I went and saw the new action flick Hotel Artemis. Um, this was a movie that I talked about a couple times in reviewing the trailers I got. I got this trailer a couple times, and I pretty much said when I first saw a trailer for this is like, so basically they're taking the idea that idea from John Wick about like a hotel full of for assassins and shit like that, and making their own movie. Really, they're gonna steal that idea, basically just blatantly copy that idea from the John Wick movie, and then make a whole movie about that? Okay, I guess Hollywood's ran out of ideas, and some people even point out like it kind of took also the plot of fucking Smoking Aces, even though I don't really think a lot of people remember that movie. I do remember that movie. I remember liking that movie. I only see it one time, but I still remember liking that movie. But I was like, really, like this kind of seems like an original idea, but really it isn't. It's been done before, but like I was like, it doesn't look terrible. It's got a great cast. I didn't really go in with high expectations, but it's been getting decent reviews since it came out. And you know what? This was a movie that actually pleasantly surprised me. I actually generally kind of like this movie. It's not a movie that's a thought-provoking movie. It's not a, you know, doesn't have like a bunch of three-dimensional characters. It has a couple here and there. It's not very heavy on plot. It's a movie that, honestly, it was an hour and a half of my life that I went, you know what? I kind of enjoyed it. It didn't bother me one bit. I wasn't bored. I had enough about it I liked. I recommend this movie. I actually really do. I thought Jodie Foster was the best fucking part about this whole movie. She is like the main character in this thing. She runs this she's this lady, this doctor who runs this hotel or hotel for criminals to come and mend their wounds when they get injured or hurt. And she like has like her own set of rules where you can't kill each other in the hospital while you're inside a hotel. You can't carry any guns. You can't. You have to be a member of this hotel to get in. If you're not, you can't. Yada yada yada. Like I said, it does have the same vibe as like a lot of the same like ideas that were in John Wick are in this. But like I said, I liked her character arc. I thought she was really good, and it's just generally great to see Jodie Foster in a fucking role again. I can't. I was like trying to while I was watching this, like, when's the last time I've seen Jodie Foster in anything, like any major role? I can't remember, and it's like that is bothersome. And this reminds you of why she's so fucking great. She's she's really good in this movie. She has a kind of a character arc and kind of almost the most three-dimensional character out of anybody in this movie. Like, you find out about her son ODing, and you're like, okay, does this have a point to it? And it does. It actually does come back later on and shit like that. You see some parts of her past life and what she was like before she started doing this. She was like a nurse that kind of went into got into alcohol because her son OD'd, and she kind of got into this whole hotel because of a crime lord played by Jeff Goldblum, he's not in this movie as much, but when he is in it, he's pretty fucking awesome. Of course, he's fucking Jeff Goldblum. And so one of the best scenes in the movie is him and Jodie Foster acting together, and it's fucking great. Jeff Goldblum, of course, like I just generally love Jeff Goldblum. He's fucking amazing in this movie. In the short span of the movie he's in, he's really good. I can't get enough of that motherfucker as an actor. I also really fucking love Dave Bautista in this movie as the he's basically the guy who's the bouncer of this hotel, basically, and also he's a medical care expert or something like that. He keeps saying like that he doesn't want to try to be violent unless he's provoked. I love Dave Bautista. Like has some of the most genuine laughs in this fucking movie, and it cracks me up. It's like between this and like Guardians of the Galaxy films, it's like, man, I'm so happy to see him get out of wrestling and have a pretty successful career. I mean, he's not like up there with The Rock, but he's like doing really, really well for himself. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's a part of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers movies, and that's pretty successful right there. And hell, he was in one of the James Bond movies, which I didn't like that James Bond, but I remember liking him in that one. But he'd be one of my favorite parts about it. Yeah, I really hope that, like, it seems like they're actually casting him more and more and more, which is awesome. And like, even though he wants to have a comeback in WWE in wrestling, and WWE seems not really give a shit about bringing him back, even though he's one of the biggest stars, a big star in Hollywood now. They don't want to bring him back. I don't understand that fuck one bit. That's a whole another rant. That has nothing to do with this movie. But anyways. Yeah, like I said, I like Dave Bautista. Charlie Day was fun as this arms dealer who's the seedy kind of Charlie Day-ish character. Like I said, I love Charlie Day. He continues to be fucking awesome in any movie he's usually in. And he's like I said, he's this sleazy arms dealer character. Also, like the chick that was in this movie, the main girl in this movie. I don't know her name. I've seen her in stuff before, but she was pretty good. Kicked some fucking ass. Had some pretty good action sequences between her and the main guy. That's I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything other than this, but he was pretty good too. He has this story arc with his brother. He brings him into the hotel to get taken care of and everything else like that. And like there's kind of some arcs or like some subplots of his brother being addicted to drugs that kind of really go really nowhere. There's a lot of just stuff that kind of goes nowhere. It's an hour and a half, so they really didn't have time to really just gloss over some stuff. Like they pretty much just kind of covered the most important points of this movie, and that's about it. One thing I found really kind of annoying that like I just found myself asking why was the whole movie takes place in like 2028 in Los Angeles. And really, there's no point in it being the fucking future. What was the point of that? Like, the hotel, other than maybe, like, the medical technology is a lot more advanced in this movie than it. But, maybe I didn't really see the point in making, like, in the future. And also, what was the point of having that riot outside? I mean, yeah, they were, kept them inside, but they were gonna be in there regardless. There was no point in having that whole. It was a subplot that just went nowhere. It's just stuff that. So every time you go out, a character goes outside, like all hell is breaking loose. Why did that have to happen? I don't know. Like, why couldn't it just been like a normal city, like this hotel is taking place in? Like, what was the point of the fucking riot? Like, it just briefly says the reason they're rioting is because people are rioting in LA is because they cut off the water supply in LA. Well, that'll do it. I don't know. It's like that really goes nowhere. It's like it has nothing to do with the rest of the plot. It's just there. It's like I didn't understand that one fucking bit. Other than that, I do recommend this movie. It was fun. A lot of fun. It was an hour and a half. It was an easy sit. I recommend this movie. Trailers. They get a couple new ones. Fuck, where is it? City of Lies. Okay, this was a weird trailer because it's a movie about, has Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker are two cops that are investigating the death of Notorious B.I.G. and trying to see if the LAPD had anything to do with the involvement or were involved in the death of Notorious B.I.G. and also Tupac. And I was like, wait a minute. Didn't they just make a TV show with this exact same plot? I swear some of the exact same dialogue in it, but with Josh Duhamel? That is weird. Why is this why are we getting a TV show and a movie that is pretty much the exact same fucking plot? The only reason I know about this TV show is because I got like a million advertisements on TV for it. And I'm like, that was okay. Like, it's not a bad concept for a movie, but like, it's weird that this comes like really shortly after like having a TV show based about it. So, I mean, I don't know. I never saw the TV show, but really found that weird. But I mean, didn't look bad. Like I said, it looks like Johnny Depp is actually like trying to do like really good roles again, which is a fucking plus. What the hell? Yeah. That's City of Lies. Bad Times at the El Royale. This looked like a lot of fun. I actually am really looking forward to this. It's from the director of Drew Goddard, who did The Cabin in the Woods. So that's a plus right there. And he's made a lot of good shit over the last few years. Produced and wrote a lot of stuff, but I don't think he has directed anything since Cabin in the Woods. I might be wrong on that. But it's a movie about like this rundown old hotel in the 60s that like takes place, or that like rides the border between California and Las Vegas, I guess, or something like that. And like one half of the room is like a Vegas themed, and one half of the room is like a Los Angeles theme, I guess. And 7 strangers end up in this like hotel. Like a priest played by fucking Jeff Bridges looks really good. Like he's gonna be really fucking good in it. Chris Hemsworth, Dakota Johnson. I forget who else is in this, but it's like one of those like almost looks like a murder mystery, like somebody's not who they say they are, shit like that. Like it looked really cool. I was like, it looked like an old school almost murder mystery. I was like, that could be kind of fun. That looked really good. That looked really, really good. Looking forward to that. So that's as far as trailers go. I'll be back probably tomorrow or next couple of days with a review for Ocean's 8. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.